Meanwhile, in baseball, Remsen St. Mary's is dominant as well. The Hawks are 14-2 and have only lost one game in a stacked War Eagle conference. St. Mary's was looking for their 9th straight win as they took on HMS. We'll pick things up in the bottom of the first. Brendan Fish pulls a chopper between third and short, and that one's got eyes. Austin Klein heads for the dish, and it's 6-0 Remsen St. Mary's. Into the bottom of the second now, Jackson Bunkers belts this one. It's going back, and it's over the center fielder's head. It rattles off the fence. That'll end up scoring a couple as RSM takes this one 18-0. Woodbury Central Baseball was celebrating their seniors earlier as they hosted West Monona. We'll pick up in the bottom of the second. Eric McGill absolutely crushes this one way back to the fence. That leaves plenty of time for Jaden Lloyd and Joe DeStigter to head home, and it's 7-0 Cats. Later on, DeStigter pops one up, and that once again goes back deep to the fence. It'll drop and bring Eric McGill around for the score, and Woodbury Central dominates this one 17-2. Lawton Bronson with a big test in front of them, taking on undefeated Kingsley Pearson. Pick things up top of the fifth. Bo Bubke fires one off right down center field. It goes all the way to the fence. That brings in Boston Duskett to extend the KP lead to 4-2. Later on, Jackson Nissen at the dish. He'll pop one out to right field. Eagles go scrambling, but it drops in no man's land. Bo Bubke scores. KP takes the win in this one, 9-3. Down in Lamar's, Galen Catholic hosting Trinity Christian will pick this one up in the bottom of the fifth. Gabe Wilchin just lifts this one over the second baseman's head into right center. In comes a run, and it's 8-1 Galen Catholic. Same inning. Jackson Kramer at the plate. He'll send a shot to center. Nice catch here from Josh Koiker, actually. But the runner on third tags and scores. And the Jays, they roll to an 11-1 victory.
What a great day to be on the diamond.
Yeah.